Hi everybody! If you are a regular in my channel, you would know that I have been following Lesserafim for a while. I never denied my favorite member is actually Yoonjin, but my bias wrecker is Sakura. But lately, I have actually been finding gems in each of the personalities of the members. I've actually am starting to truly understand why Source Music brought them together and how perfect actually they are together as a group. And that's when they released this documentary, my understanding of their commitment and their artistry and their hard work actually deepened, and that's why I decided to do this. So I hope that you'll enjoy this. If you ended up liking this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that notification button, and of course share the video if you can. Onto the video. Lesserafim's documentary is just a window to a bigger paradise. Probably one of the most frustrating parts of this documentary is how many people actually miss one of the most important points they are making. This documentary is not just about Lesserafim's life as a girl group under the biggest entertainment company in Korea. It is a mirror of the life many other girl groups are living. They show just how Eunche and Sakura chose to prioritize their performance over their own health, not just because they wanted to make people think they are noble for doing so, but to show that glamour and fame have a price. It wasn't just to show how Lesserafim has it tough, that they sacrifice their own health to deliver a good performance. It was to show how tough all girl groups have it, and while it is their choice to live the life they are living, we should not miss their humanity. The way we don't want other people to miss our own humanity, regardless of the job we are doing. People with 9 to 5 may sacrifices to earn their keep, and often wish that they get recognized and compensated for those sacrifices. We owe the celebrities the same thing. What gave me that impression? Because even after showing Eunche and Sakura having panic attacks and choosing to perform, no one put them on a pedestal. No one talked about how great they were for doing what they did. It was as if they simply wanted to show the reality of their situation. The price that idols pay, not necessarily a unique experience to Eunche and Sakura. I'd rather be exhausted than to stop. It's temporary. It's both a blessing and a curse, to be aware of it and to admit it. Sakura said in her reaction to her decision to push through in the middle of a panic attack that she would rather be exhausted than to stop. It is as if it actually scared her to stop. She's been an idol, and a successful one at that, for 10 years. Why be scared of stopping? This is the awareness of how temporary opportunities, fame, and beauty are, especially in the Korean idol industry. The industry pumps new idols faster than Apple actually manufactures a new phone. A new group launches faster than the speed by which a group can actually release a new album. No one is indispensable, and that's true for anyone. If you can't keep up, if you can't deliver what the audience wants, someone else will be more than willing to do it. This leads me to my next point. The elephant in the room, the desire for fame. This is the hard truth. For the most part, if all they want is to pursue music, they don't need to be idols. They can write music, produce, or work behind the scenes in some other way. Part of the appeal of the idol life is the glamour and the fame. That is a dangerous thing, especially for a young mind like Eunche. The pursuit of fame while you are growing up trying to get to know who you are could push you to become the person people want, instead of becoming the person you're meant to be. It's hard enough to grow up as a non-celebrity, free from the scrutiny of the public. Imagine having to do it in front of a crowd who looks at you like a product rather than a person. When Eunche said that she was worried she will lose the smile that people love about her when she matures, It proves just how dangerous it is to lodge our praises on other people based on something temporary, based on something physical, because that goes away. It should make us be aware of the importance of concentrating on their substance and their talent more than anything else. The awareness and humility of admitting how far they are from their dreams. One of the most grounding parts of the documentary was when Chaewon honestly admitted that she doesn't consider themselves to be a top girl group as of yet. It's not something you expect to hear from a girl group known for their fierce concept. Who is HYBE's first girl group? Their fans are fighting tooth and nail to prove that they are the most successful, and here she is saying she doesn't think they are there yet. It's also one of the moments that convinced me completely they will go farther than they could ever imagine. If you have the humility to admit you have a long way to go, the talent required to get you to where you want to go, and the commitment to make the sacrifices needed in order to make the journey, is impossible to fail. It shows just how clear her vision is, just how sound her judgment is, and that will allow her to set a realistic path with realistic requirements to get her team to their dream destination. The important question Bang Shi-hyuk asked when Yoonjin was talking about the destructive criticism they were starting to get from people, Bang Shi-hyuk asked a very important question. He asked, who are these people? It seemed an easy question, but it's actually a critical one. Bang Shi-hyuk was trying to concretize Yoonjin's demons, because only by doing so will she be able to analyze just how important or unimportant the battle she's subjecting herself in. Once you know who is your enemy, that's the only time you will know if they are worth fighting. It helps Yoonjin stop creating her own monster and actually see the battlefield with a clearer vision. In fact, you can see the immediate clarity in Yoonjin's eyes and smile when she said the public and other people in the industry. You can feel a switch turning on in her head, getting to know what kind of devil she's actually up against, and how important or unimportant beating this devil is in her success. Turn your pain into art. I was told that one of the most criticized parts of the documentary was when Bang Shi-hyuk advised Yoonjin to write her thoughts into a song with complete disregard to the agency and other people. Some haters, pretending to be fans, said that it's important to listen to criticisms, and it is. It is important to listen to constructive criticisms, and that is the kind haters, pretending to be fans, never give. It is also not important to listen to anyone when you need to unload your anger, frustration, and sadness. Yeah, there are moments when you just need to let it out, and no one should invalidate that. Bang Shi-hyuk was not only right, he was also considerate when he advised Yoonjin to turn her pain into a song. Art is an artist's lifeline. Bang Shi-hyuk understood that. Haters will never. Yoonjin's realization. For an idol known for being glamorous, tall, beautiful, and an absolute monster when it comes to the stage, I was surprised when Yoonjin said she feels most herself when she's writing and composing music. That was her first thought when she was asked when she feels most like herself. Her first thought wasn't when she was singing or dancing or hearing the adoration of fans. It was when she was writing and composing. This is very telling of Yoonjin's relationship with music, and very telling of why Source Music and Bang Shi-hyuk chose her to be in the group. Bring her back to Korea from the US after she was dropped by everyone else. Bang Shi-hyuk once said that his biggest consideration when choosing who to debut is their commitment to music. That's what Yoonjin has. The commitment not just to perform and deliver the best stage, but the commitment to actually create the art. When their beauty fades, their strength starts to fail them, It's that commitment that will remain. But most importantly, it is that commitment to music that will allow the group and the agency to actually contribute to the growth and evolution of the global music industry. The humbling honesty. It's almost a general knowledge that idols, especially when they are new, are told what to do, what to say, how to act, how to dress, and just about anything else that they will do in their life. They are glorified dolls. And it's puzzling how some of the most intelligent people end up being idols. Thousands of lawsuits have already been filed by idols against their agencies. Why are these people subjecting themselves in this industry? Yoonjin courageously admitted the reason. It's desperation. Hundreds of thousands of people train to be an idol at any given day, and there's a very finite amount of opportunities. When you're faced with hundreds of thousands of threats, you'll take whatever is given to you, even if it means losing yourself. I hope that the next time we hear of idols getting taken advantage of, we remember it's not always because they are stupid. Sometimes it's just the circumstances and the lack of viable options. After all, many of us have been in the same situation. Maybe different in detail, but the same situation. We've gotten jobs we don't like. We work for people we hate. We do things outside of our job description, all because we wanted to achieve a dream or pay the bills. From changing the industry to changing lives, Yoonjin admitted her words when she debuted about changing the industry is haunting her as people keep on asking her what she has already changed. Yeah, it's a big proposition, a big dream, and it's never bad to have a big dream. We all should probably aim for the moon, but when the world is holding it against you, it starts becoming a nightmare. Yoonjin, thankfully, is growing up and is focusing on what really matters now, using her music to influence positive change on people's lives, inspiring people to do better and live better through her music. That's what it is about, people's lives, not institutions. The bond of the team. It's rare to see groups that actually like and love each other. Lesserafim is one of them, and you can see it as bright as the sun. That moment when Yoonjin and the rest of the members were watching Kazuha in amazement as she rehearses for her solo stage, telling the other members that Kazuha was in Netherlands just a year ago, and crying in how overwhelmed she was feeling as she realizes how far Kazuha has gone. That moment when Sakura cried when they heard Onche got the MC job, when Yoonjin couldn't let go of their maknae. You can't fake those, and we've seen other groups try. It is this bond and the sincerity of their love for each other that actually make them a real threat. It is more than the money of their agency that scares the haters. It is the love they have for each other, because that will be the biggest weapon in their quest to find success. The truth is that for those people that are out to criticize and find fault in Lesserafim, there's nothing you can do that will make them happy. If they released a documentary that just shows the girls rehearsing and taking voice lessons, people are just going to say, all these haters are just going to say, oh, they've been taking voice lessons, why can't they can still sing? There is nothing that you can do that will make these people happy. On the other hand, I personally, this is my preference, I've always been interested in the stories behind the greatness. I like understanding how people see, like for example, Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant. I like seeing them from the point of view of their coaches, of their family members, of their teammates. I like understanding why are they so disciplined and so dedicated in being the greatest basketball player of all time. Why? What is it? What happened in your childhood that made you that way? What are the influences that make you want to play harder? I do think that they are still finding their footing as a group in terms of artistic identity.
they will get there. I do have a feeling that they'll find it, they'll solidify it once it is actually the group that has complete creative control over their own career. I know right now they're still getting some help from Source Music in terms of building their narrative and whatever. I think at some point the group will be mature enough creatively that they'll be able to handle all of it. And I think when that happens is when they will actually solidify their identity and actually make an impact, make a really huge change, cause a change, be the change. That's when we will actually see their creative identity, and that's when we will feel the impact that they have on the entire, not just K-pop industry, but Korean music, Asian music. I'm personally looking forward to it. I hope you are too. If you ended up liking this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that notification button, and share the video if you can. Thank you so much. I always appreciate you guys sending your requests. Please continue sending your requests. I am always open. Please follow me on Patreon. I do have a free tier if you don't want to pay, you want to feel things out. Also follow me on X or on Twitter and on Instagram. Thank you.